Ik er een type dat we hebben zien nou
Hi guys, hi, welcome to Foot 360 FIFA Lounge. We are here with none other Ghana's premier centre back. I'd like to introduce yourself.
Oh, okay. Hello guys, Jonathan Mensah here, Black Stars and Columbus School defender.
Number 4. Alright. So we're just going to pick his mind, ask him a few questions and test his FIFA abilities as well. So this where you're here with also Devante and Hans for 360. So it's time.
Really? So look at the way I'm holding the controller. You know right away that I'm not.
Wait, you don't play like
FIFA? Seriously?
So you know like what? So you don't know your rating? No?
FIFA? No.
I know your rating.
You know my rating? I don't even know.
What do you think your best ability on your FIFA card is?
Oh, yeah.
Will be strength.
His strength and his highest stats.
Yeah.
Oh, it's strength and shooting.
Okay,
bro.
Okay, so you pass it. Okay, we'll talk about
it.
We are going MLS style. You go up.
I go up.
Then we're going to.
Oh, okay. USA. Why do you want me to go choose myself though?
No, I'll choose your team. You can choose it.
Okay. So I click on what?
You just
okay.
click.
So left.
So I'll choose Columbus Crew.
You choose Columbus.
Yeah, I want to see how good you are.
Oh, okay. So yeah. I'll choose LAFC then.
I did that good.
LAFC.
Good. Yeah.
LAFC.
Yeah. That's Carlos Vela.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay, so
70. Who's this? Williams.
Oh yeah, I pair with him, Josh Williams.
He's bad. 68.
Josh Williams.
France.
What is my score? 70.
But I'm sure it'll go up because I've not updated the game.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Hamilton, Guzman.
Striker.
Akam.
Rico.
What's Akam?
He moved to an expansion team. So expansion team means a team that is coming to the league first season.
Okay.
So this 2020 season will be their first season. Yeah. The inaugural season for them. Yeah. So he moved to
this guy's
Nashville. Eddie Opoku, yeah.
It's no Lalas, actually.
No, because they traded him. They sold him to Colorado. So I need to select my first 11 as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'll just. Yeah, this guy's really good. So I just.
Oh, Jassy.
Is he Ghanaian?
You know he's in the game.
He's Ghanaian, but
he's in the
he
game.
was born in the US, so.
Like my journey. No, what do they call that thing?
That's it.
Yeah. He's inside. Like he's actually there inside. Yeah.
He gets some good blessing.
Hey, Latin blessing. That's what's some serious story.
That's him.
Yeah, I remember. I've seen this. Someone
That's
was
it.
on the TL.
Yeah.
I think
that's him.
He went to Liberty. Is it Liberty?
Yeah, that's him. He played for Liberty and then won top scorer of the league and then
he comes
moved
down.
to the MLS.
Yeah.
Where was Jovinko?
Jovinko was in Toronto.
Have you played against?
I played against him. I whip him. Oh, seriously, that guy is good.
He's good, bro.
So you need to always be kind of like close to him. Oh, we played.
He's a baller.
We've played, a couple of games against them, and he's a baller.
He's a baller.
If you give free kick around the backs, go. Don't. There was a game we played in Toronto. I was all over him. Because that guy, he's swift. So we played that game. We actually played 5 back. I was the. So this is Harrison Apple, this is Pedro Santos, this is me, this is Lalas, and this is Josh. So I was here, and he was coming to the right a lot because he want to come to the right, receive, turn, and then shoot.
Okay.
So I was all over him. When I get the ball, the coach was like. No, that guy is serious. That guy is very, very good. So I was like all over him. I think it was a playoff game though. Eastern Conference Finals. And we actually lost 1-0 though. He didn't play, but then who scored? Jose Etido, I think. Etido scored. Yeah, he's still there.
So we just want to know, like, your journey. Where did you start from? How did you get to where you are now? The clubs you played. So like, we want like chronological order of the clubs.
It all started in Ghana.
Okay.
With Ashanti Gold, where I was fortunate to be informed by a friend that there's a Justify happening in the camp of Ashanti Gold.
So what were you doing before?
I think I came out of high school.
Okay.
Yeah, Obuasi Secondary Technical School. I came out, so I was at home. I was just going on and on, with my daily life. Hey, there's ball here, we go play. Area ball.
So you weren't a professional football player?
I wasn't that time. So I was still very young, 16, 17 that time. So area, ball, football game. Hey, let's go play with this area. Yeah. So this area we go play against this area, and then I was actually in the coast team that time, though. But coast team is in professional football. So around that time, this person said, hey, there's something like that going on, the Ashanti Gold camp. And I was like, okay, yeah, I would love to try it. Even though I was still scared, I was like, wow, professional, going to do Justify. I've been playing on the street, playing courts, football, and now do some tryouts with professional teams. So I was like, okay, it's good. It might be a good opportunity for me, so why not? So that's how come I went in there for the Justify at that time.
So you went to Ashgold, you went to South Africa, then you went to France? No,
yes.
South Africa
to Spain.
Granada,
that's right. Yeah.
So after Granada, how was Granada?
Granada was good, actually. I went on loan from Indonesia to Granada. New culture, new place.
You speak Spanish?
No, I had no idea. So it was tough for me, because when I got there, all I had was Spanish up and down here and there. And the coach actually put me in one space that it was very complicated for a young player, to account. He said, if you don't speak the Spanish, you won't play.
Wow.
Even if you play your best football, you don't play. I was like, why? If I'm playing good on the field, why won't you start me? He said, no, you need to be able to communicate with your guys. It was tough, but what can I do? I started learning the Spanish with the boys, and they even got me a teacher. But then the schedule for the club and the studies was actually clashing, so I had to stop and do it with the boys, and it was tough. Some of the boys would,
so I started
didn't help and all that. Okay,
so you use this to move.
Okay, to move, come forward. And then this direction.
This way.
Wow.
Just to move.
Guys, this is tough. Because I do it in real life. And some people do it.
This is
I know.
You're welcome.
Okay. I just want to do it in real life. But with this, I'm not too good. Seriously. Because obviously I know where to move, tackle, tackling. I don't know what I'm doing.
So Evian, you speak French?
I do speak French because that was the place I stayed longest.
Okay.
5 years.
Okay.
5.5 years. So I speak French. Bien sûr. Because 5 years. Come
Yes,
on.
a lot.
Because I lived in Spain for a year and a half, and I picked up the Spanish. So if I stayed in France for 5 years,
So you moved from Evian to USA?
to Russia.
Russia?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Wow, I didn't know.
Yeah, so I did a year in Russia before I moved to the MLS in the US.
Forgot to play.
Okay, go kick.
Okay, so how was Russia? Russia is weird.
It was good. It was
Okay,
good.
really?
Yeah, because obviously you know, if you haven't lived there, if you haven't tasted their waters, you won't know how it feels. So it was okay because I just went there to do my job.
Yeah.
That's what I did. I went there to play. So I was doing my job, and the rest of the things that was going on wasn't my problem. Yeah. Oh Lord. Come on now,
Jason.
you need to take it easy on me. Oh, Jazzy, really? Really? Come on,
Nah,
bro.
I think I'll score with you. I'll score with you. So,
Come on, bro. Take it easy.
so from Russia to America.
Say Russia to the United States.
Okay.
And
That's what
I'm
you
still
still
there now. Yes.
The Columbus Crew.
Yes, Columbus Crew SC.
How long have you been there?
This year is gonna be my 4th season.
Wow.
Oh, so Evian is still your longest.
Evian is still my longest. 5.5. Yeah, 5.5.
So how have you adopted to America? US. Like I said, American football is like.
Yeah.
No, you need to say soccer.
So have you adopted
Because
to
that's what it's
soccer?
said, yes.
American soccer.
It's great, and one interesting thing is that is the first place I've actually gone that is they speak English.
Yeah. Okay.
In South Africa they speak their Zulu, Sutu,
Serious?
Xhosa, and all that.
Oh.
I moved
Even on the pitch?
to-
The dress.
Yeah, of course, most of the guys spoke English, but
Generally.
they are
That's
generally. And I moved to Spain.
Good message.
Spain, and it was Spanish. Moved
Yeah.
to France, and it was French. Russia, and it was Russian. And
But you
then,
did how were you there for a while?
no, I didn't stay there at all. I just went there, signed, and then
And
moved
went
to
to-
loan, and then moved to France right away. So after my loan spell, so the first place that they spoke English was actually the United States.
And you've been there
For 3 years now. This season is going to be my 4th season.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Who is that?
That's supposed to be you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you got to finish wrong.
Wow.
So,
Because I'm special. That's why they couldn't
so
get
after
me.
2009, that's at least over 10 years.
Decade now. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Memories.
World champions.
And that was amazing.
World champions. Us being the first African country to win it.
in
It
Egypt.
was massive. Yeah.
Yeah.
I even overheard people talking in Ghana. Oh, I was a year on Mudinye Street, and all that. So
Serious?
Oh yeah.
I overheard that. They said
they should
they
do
need
that.
to. That's what I overheard.
Yeah.
They said in our local language. I was a
Yeah.
because
Because no national team has won anything,
But
Yeah.
You see how some stadiums have like
the stands.
Yeah.
a place. It's like
Yeah.
you go to maybe like the French national, maybe park. What the name of the French
Parc.
national?
No.
No,
Stade de France.
Stade de
France. Then there's like a place where they have all their trophies, won,
Yeah.
pictures. They
Yeah,
give them the due
definitely.
credit.
I don't know if we have that in national stadiums. I don't know because it might be in the federation,
Yeah.
the trophies and the
Yeah.
pictures and the some stuff that got to do with history.
It's no small achievement.
Yeah, it is. It's actually big because I don't know how the people see it though, but we see it very big because we've been the only African country to win it. Obviously, we want other African countries to win it.
That's good.
We are the first, and we want a second country, African country, to win it. But yeah, we want Ghana to win it, and then any other African country.
That was amazing. Like, brought joy to a lot of
Ooh.
Ghanaians, Brazil.
Yeah, like even up to now, you see a lot of people. Hey, under 20.
Yeah.
This is one of the guys that won the tournament for us. So I think he's going to be there for the rest of our lives.
I think Douglas Costa was in that team.
He was on that team.
Yeah.
They had
Tyson. Tyson.
They had this Tyson guy. They had Alan Kardec. They had Alistair Shearer. They had good play. They had Gonzo. So it was like, you know, some good team they had, and we also had a good team, but
more fire.
yeah, people would say it was Brazil.
Yeah.
You know, because they've won like 6 times.
We had a red card too.
We had my partner actually, Daniel Ado.
Yeah,
Was I was playing with him, and then 35th minute I think.
That was great.
Yeah, 35th minute. Oh my gosh, come on, you keep banging. That's Jesse again.
Yeah.
So he's actually JC. Like we
Is that
already.
it?
But
So he's Ghanaian.
United States. Yeah, he's Ghanaian.
And I heard something about his
And-
hair.
Yeah, so the story, he told me the story recently because his grandparents actually wanted to see him, like visualize him from afar.
Yeah.
So he had to do that for them.
Oh, okay.
Like he
So that they
stands
can
out.
see from afar.
Okay,
So that,
okay.
oh, okay, that's him.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
nice.
so that, that's the little story behind the hairstyle of Jesse. Yeah.
So let's go to 2010 World Cup, man.
Yes.
That's
You
supposed to be
actually
our year.
jumped from 2010 African Cup to the World Cup.
In 2010, sorry,
Yeah.
African Cup, South
Yeah, that's
Africa.
right.
That was
no,
amazing.
no, in Angola.
Angola, the one went to the finals. No,
Yes.
Angola, yes.
Angola 2010. I remember everything. So
20.
I can be your
The
history
start.
teacher.
Sorry.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
Yeah,
so 2010
2010.
African Cup, that was right after the under
Andreas
20
Sama
World
was
Cup.
brilliant. That
Yes.
Amazing.
I was a cheerleader though. 'Cause,
Why you weren't starting games?
No, I didn't play a minute.
Serious?
Nah,
Who was playing?
it was Ado and Vosa.
Okay, yeah,
Ricardo.
yeah.
Ricardo and Vosa, and Ricardo got ill, and then Leah they played.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leah, yeah. So
But that's in the secondary
I
school.
know.
In secondary school.
So from the under 20 we played was September, October around that time, and then January, February African Cup.
Yeah.
So it was like during, I think in a span of a year I played 3 tournaments.
Yeah.
2009 we played September, October, November. We won the World Cup. January, February 2010 African Cup of Nations. June, July World Cup. And I was blessed, I was fortunate to be part of this team. Like, it's, never me, it's just by God's grace. The transition was fast, and I had to respond to that, adapt to that, and with all this opportunity coming, I needed to grab it. Because from African Cup 2010, January, February, I played 0 minutes. 2010 World Cup, June, July, I played 3 games.
Yeah. Australia.
Australia,
Very important game.
Germany, United States.
Yeah.
So I was like, whoa. From playing 0 minutes to
African.
playing in the World Cup, Senior World Cup. So it was like massive for me. Massive. All the thanks to God, and my first ever coach in my career was Coach David Duncan. I don't take that name lightly because he started everything for me. So forever grateful.
So let's talk about the final, Egypt.
Yes.
As a substitute. What's his name actually?
So you're talking about which final now?
2010.
African Cup.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, the super sub for Egypt.
Yeah, super sub.
Gedo,
Gedo.
I think.
He was
Gedo.
annoying.
History teacher, I told
He was annoying.
Oh yeah, he came on, not even just our game, he came on
Yeah, a lot of
previous
games,
games,
he was scoring.
and he was just his first Dutch goal, and he did the same against us. He came on, and we, that is something we need to learn as time goes on, because from the previous games, as soon as this guy comes on, he scores.
Yeah.
So then as he's coming on, nowadays, teams do it. They point at the guy that is playing that, hey, watch him. He's, set pieces and all that. Because, previously we didn't used to do it. But now teams are very cautious. Like, let's say Manchester City playing, Aguero is on the bench, Aguero coming on, you definitely give signs, hey, be careful, because you've watched videos, know that. So Guedo coming on, we knew he was a super sub, and final game he came in, he scored. I would say.
But I was impressed because expectations weren't so high, but
yes,
the team surprised.
I think anytime expectation is always low, we perform.
Yeah.
Same. Fast forward 2015. Same tournament, expectation. And we lost our first game. 2010, we lost our first game as well. We were to play Togo in that group stages. They got attacked in the bush and then they withdrew out of the tournament. So we had to play our first game against Ivory Coast. We lost 3-1. We went on to the finals. We went all the way to the finals. So same happened in the 2015 tournament. We lost our first game in Senegal and then we went all the way to the finals. So
let's talk about Ghana's most amazing run in the World Cup 2010.
Yes. Incredible. I think that was a tournament that people least expected us to go forward.
It was an amazing
because in a group with Australia, Serbia and Germany, no one thought we could come out of that group because Serbia was doing so well that time. Australia qualified with a fine record and then playing against Germany. It was like, okay, like most of the fans usually say, but we actually surprised the whole world. Went all the way to the quarterfinals. We nearly got to the semifinals.
It happened. So.
Yeah, we all know what Suarez did.
But you're a Liverpool fan, so how did you feel about that?
No, that time he wasn't with Liverpool that time. So, after that he came to Liverpool and all that, but fine. That already been.
Let's go to the Australia game. 24th minute, the captain passed to you, you shoot the ball, and somebody handles it.
Yeah, I think it was.
And I saw you doing the keyboard.
Oh, it was crazy.
You win as a penalty, Samaja takes it, he scores.
It's crazy. Oh man, it was such a proud moment for me because even for me to get my first minute in the Senior World Cup was amazing. I'm like, wow.
You have flashbacks sometimes.
Oh, I do, especially that first Senior World Cup. Man, amazing. Because I was like from 0 minute in the African Cup to playing. Man, it was amazing because I was like, wow. When I even called my mom after the list came out, 23 list came out, I was part of the list. I'm like, mommy, I'm part of the team.
We made it.
Mama, we made it. God's grace, we made it. Because I thought I was going to be on bench. You had John Mensah, the captain. You had Isaac Vosa. You had Erica didn't make that team. You had Liade. You had myself. I think we went with 4 centre backs, and I was like, wow. And I was even blessed, to be part of the team. How much more me starting the game. So it was big for me.
Really wants to score. Have you seen how focused he is? Like,
I want to use him to score.
That's how I shoot though. Whenever I shoot, go past that same first post.
Your shooting, let's talk about like your best goal, the best goal you've scored. I need
best goal. Best goal will be.
I've seen one of the goals, so if you don't see that one.
Yeah, maybe the one I scored with Devante.
Oh my god!
Exactly.
The one I drop kick. Pop, boom.
You could actually hear the net
noise. That's right.
That was
so it was a free kick
and the celebration.
Oh yeah.
So
there's a little story behind it though.
Oh really?
Yeah, there's a little story behind it because we were to play a game. So we played PSG. And PSG went on a run, 36 games unbeaten. And we were like playing PSG and we won that game 2-0 after they went on 36 games. I even have a I was on front page after that game.
Wow.
Bless my Chudi, I was kind of like winning the ball.
Yo.
It was falling. So it was like 36 games and they fell. So the front page, I was there winning the ball from Bless my Chudi. It was crazy. But after that game, we went to Saint Etienne, and the coach put me on the bench.
Why?
You know, I was like, come on. He didn't talk to me, he didn't say anything. So all the team, like, so he did the team at the hotel before we went to the stadium. All the guys came to me like, are you okay? Are you in jail? Like, serious. Yeah, because like the game we played against PSG, Zlatan, Cavani, Thiago Silva, all the guys, like Luka Mora, all the guys. Like the Pastores, all the guys were on team. Thiago, Mota, Verratti, and then we playing Saint Etienne. You put me on the bench. Like, what's going on? Didn't I play good? We won 2-0. They had nothing. Playing against Zlatan, man. And then we won that game 2-0, and then next game you put me on the bench.
So that was a statement.
So Saint Etienne, he put me on the bench, but the game was cancelled because of the weather. The field was frozen, and then we had to come back home. The game was postponed. We came back home, and then we had Reims. Yeah, so it's a home game. We played 2 back-to-back because of that game that was postponed away. We had to come back home, and then we played on the weekend. Now he's starting. And then free kick. They played short free kick. The guy brought in a cross. The defender headed out. Now hit drop kick. Boom.
Beautiful. Like,
So after that goal, boom! I turned and I looked to the bench.
oh my God.
Like, come on now.
The way they see jumping.
Like, come on now.
Oh, it was.
Like, I'm like, really? You put me on the bench? Like that was the celebration about.
Like, bench me now.
Yeah. So I looked at him like with a Balotelli face. Yeah, so that was the story behind that jubilation.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, so people were like, bro, you were doing Balotelli, and I'm like,
You don't know.
you don't know. Eventually, you will know. You don't know why it's going on. Oh yeah, because I was like, I was mad.
Yeah, no explanation.
You know,
Like
I
the
didn't.
best way
He
to
didn't. Oh
make
yeah,
your
I was like, you know, the guys, you know, because I won't sit here and brag or something like that, but my teammates saw me as one of the pillars for the team.
Yeah.
We played PSG, we won after they went on a run, 36 games unbeaten, and we beat them. And now you put me on the bench without, hey, you know, I'm changing. Actually, we had 3 games in a week. We played Saturday against PSG, we had Wednesday, and we played Saturday. So talk to me, you know, let me know, hey, you know, we haven't seen you play 3 games in a week before. So, you know, trying to save you for runs at home. He didn't talk to me, nothing like that, so I was confused. And my teammate was as well. And then it came down to, okay, this game was postponed, we came back home. So after that game being postponed, we had all the week to prepare again. We came back home and I scored that goal. So I had to tell him, he didn't have to do that.
I'm sure he learned from his mistakes.
So he was like, so after the game, he was like, Bona.
That would be beautiful.
And then after he was like, c'est quoi cette célébration là? C'est quoi cette célébration là?
Faut expliquer.
And I said, bah, j'étais content. And he said, tu étais content avec cette vision?
You're happy with that finish?
Yeah,
Oh my
because
goodness.
because the way I did,
Yeah.
and, like to the bench.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, when I scored, bam, I came up and I
Don't you look like a happy face?
bam, straight face. Seriously.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah,
that's
because
beautiful.
if he spoke to me about 3 games in a week, I want you to rest,
Yeah.
and then you play again on the weekend. It would be you know, I would be mad, but I would understand for the team. Or he spoke to me because that was the time I was going through the one injury.
Okay.
I had myself.
Ah, you hit that with that. Hey.
No, so I was back from injury. I was
Uh-huh.
fine. I was healthy. So I was feeling something. That time I was 2021. you know, strong,
You had a very
playing.
beautiful.
And then I was like, okay, it's nothing. And then went on to play games with it. Then I trained him. I was 10 and I had bah!
Yeah, I heard you actually
Hit
heard
one. Bah! And then I was like, oh my gosh, all the guys around me had it.
Oh,
Big sound. So then we did the MRI, blah blah blah. And it was like, so your adductors, you have 3 muscles, and I damaged the 2 big ones. So now it's like if we had to leave it to heal with treatment and all that, it's to be so to come back again. Because these are the 2 big muscles that holds your groin and all that. So we had to do reconstruction. They cut the 3rd one, they reattached all the 3. So that was the only thing that I did, like going on the mental. Yeah, that was my only surgery, and hopefully
it will last.
Yeah. So that was my major injury, I would say, because I went out for like 8-9 months.
wow.
Yeah.
The season.
Oh yeah, I eventually played 6 games. And yeah, because those times, man, I remember people writing stories, and where this website from Ghanaian website, he's injury prone, whatever. And I didn't look at that, you know. I was just focused on getting back on the pitch, fit, healthy, and to do what I love. And it was tough, you know, seeing this kind of stories from our own people. But what can I do? That is what they do, you know. And I was looking at my recovery. So, and God being so good, I never missed a tournament from that. Never missed a tournament, you know. Whenever I was injured, tournament was far away. When I'm healthy, tournament is around the corner. So I give God all the glory, man, because most of the time since 2009 African Cup for the under-20s, World Cup till 2009 African Cup, never missed any tournament. Never missed any tournament. So it's just God protecting me, you know. So I give Him all the glory, man.
So you won the game in a way.
I did.
Your team won.
Okay.
But you lost.
Oh, man.
Huna ikeren type der vil have sit navn derude. Hun et mål for aftenen, ruller med mange skud.
So you won the best. Okay, so you are forming a 5-a-side team. The Ghanaians you played
Okay. Wow.
past, present, 5-a-side.
This is gonna put me in trouble.
2 more.
Wow.
The spine. Powerful spine.
No bison.
No, wait. I'm trying to put me in.
2 more.
Wow.
2 more.
Wakasu and this thing.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
This is hard. It's hard.
Wow.
It's hard. It's terribly hard.
Hey.
Yeah.